and welcome on into the next video, where we now go into the next section of this run. So once you get through the basically the train station, you first want to head east toward the little factory-looking thing by this graveyard. We'll be using this as a fast travel point later. Damn it. We'll be using this as a fast travel point later on. Yeah, so many next videos. Please watch, like, and subscribe and all the good things on the YouTubes. But yeah, so you want to come up here, just enter the building, immediately leave by going to the left. And then I think it is slightly faster to fast travel the city of Alto. I don't know, I'm still conflicted on which one is technically faster, whether just walking normally or fast traveling there. I feel like they're kind of about equal, honestly. And then grab this castle here as well. We'll be using this as fast travel as well, because we will actually be completing this dungeon, just not quite yet. Actually, I wonder. I'm going to use this chance to experiment. So in my runs, normally I come here after getting the quest for this area from the guy in the next town. I want to see if I can enter this section early. Oh wait, no, we can't. He gives us the key to enter. Okay, never mind. We do have to go to town first. It's amazing how much basic stuff you forget about the general game when you speedrun for a while. So yeah, we pick that up just as a fast travel point for now. Come across the bridges, follow the road, take our own little shortcuts, because the road is sometimes second slow. Here, then we enter the forest. So this forest will lead you to two separate areas, one of which is going to be the town that we're going toward. When you get to a certain split in the road, you want to head east and or right. So instead of taking this ladder here, you just keep going to the right, treat that thing like it doesn't exist. Then also doing a down stab on an enemy also counts as jumping on them, so you regain your double jump from that as well. You want to come over this way. Actually, you want to hold off on talking to the blacksmith until after you get the quest turned in. So you want to enter this house here with all the swords on either side. Then you want to talk to this lichen right here. He will give you the quest for the upstab ability. So he wants the key there. Thankfully, so for some reason, if he's in front of that door, you cannot go through the door. So usually he trolls me and stands in front of the door for like a full second, so it's slow. But yeah, after you pick that up, you head west out of there. Fast travel back to the tower we just got. Enter here. You want to have your bombs ready for the upcoming mini-boss fight. You can just kind of ignore that guy. He has absolutely no purpose for anything. Ow. Also, I do kind of recommend skipping most of those guys, because there's just so much stuff going on, you can easily die. And in this case, we do need some health. I'm going to try... Nope. No health for us. Now, the grenade guys with the shield are worth a little bit more experience, but we didn't get a level up there. So what you want to do for this fight, I'll get into a little bit before that fight actually starts. When the fight begins, you want to throw 3 bombs basically immediately. You want to head right a little bit, maybe about half a second or so, then start throwing 3 bombs. And you also want to start reflecting the grenades that he starts throwing toward you as well. Oh. Dang it. Yeah, I probably should have done proper healing beforehand. That was on me. Because the thing is, I don't think we get those bombs back. Yeah, we don't get those back. Let's see if we can maybe farm some back for the sake of explaining how it's supposed to work. Perfect. Okay, we didn't get all of our bombs back, but we only technically need 5 at most. So that kind of works out. So we'll try that again. And yeah, knocking all the grenades back does make this section a lot faster, so it is something you will have to get used to. And it does get a little kind of hard to read sometimes. Oh, dang it. Oh, God. Okay, that was not how I wanted that to go. So from here, you can kind of swap back to gun as a backup, but it does so little damage. And honestly, like, yeah. Yeah, this boss really sucks if you don't get the bomb strat the first time. So, yeah. Okay, we still got 3 of our bombs back, which is nice. Can I just leave and re-enter and possibly spawn more things? Okay, theoretically I can. Mainly just doing this so I can kind of show off properly how this strat is supposed to work. I don't know what the drop rates are for any given item or money value, whatever. Got some ammunition. 12 handgun bullets. Yeah, once you upgrade the handgun, those ammo clips will actually fully restore your ammo, which is nice. But for now, that's not what we need. And yeah, if you get like right in between two blocks, you can actually just kind of jump into both of them at the same time. Save a little bit of time to try and like farm stuff. We don't need the boomerangs, but sure. Come on, I just need the bomb so I can show the strat off properly. Honestly, I might just cut... Okay, here we go. So now we have our bombs back. Let's try the strat one more time. And I'll try not to muck it up. Yes. Oh, actually. Okay, that's actually a good fast strat. If you can get all the grenades, you can fire off just a single bullet at the end. Oh, that's actually really good to know. Okay. So yeah, if you get all the grenades knocked back and all three of your first bombs hit, just a single bullet is all you need to finish them off. Otherwise, if you miss a bomb, you can just get it on the way back out. When he comes at you, just firing the bullets otherwise. Yeah, it takes 4 or 5 bombs, depending on, well, 3 to 5 bombs, depending on how well you knock their grenades back. So after that, you teleport back to the town you just came from, and then now is when we can start upgrading our things, since we should have a little bit extra money from that little segment, if we hadn't died so often. So you'll get the ammo pouch, ammo engraving, which will make pistol ammo more likely to be dropped from enemies. Not the most important thing, but it's also a requirement for some of the other ones. More ammo, and now we get to the good ones. Now we get the extra power, which will be very useful for upcoming bosses. This one is not required. It's a little extra ammo is nice, but if you don't have the money for it, it's not that big a deal. The main thing we want is a power increase here. In order to get to these, you need to get all these previous upgrades as well. And that is all we need for upgrades from the blacksmith. We can basically forget he exists for the rest of the game. Come by here, report our success. And now we can upstab, which is literally the same as downstab, but it doesn't do the double damage. So we just go hold up and attack, and we get to poke our sword up in the air. So once we leave town, just walk down to the forest entrance again. And then this time we will be going down through the ladder that we saw earlier. I did that too early. So when we go down here, you just head right. And at this point, I would recommend getting the wind spell activated, which was going to be the green tome. Because in this section will be the first time you are hard required to use it. So we cannot make this otherwise. The wind spell just yeets you upward as long as you're in the air to start with. I think if you're on the ground, also you can get some free money up there if you want to, but it's really not required. I think if you activate that when on the ground and then you jump while the animation is still going on, I think you still get the vertical movement part of it. But it's not something I've done like really extensive testing on, so I don't know that for an absolute fact. Yeah, it seems like it's a little funky when trying to do that as well. Now from here, you just go to the one section you can go to, this little spot here. We go to the Skybound Palace. A lot of eerie silence. And then when you get to these teleporters, you want to try to get as close to the center of them as possible when you press up, so you can avoid the walking animation of him going to the center. It's not like a big time loss, but it's enough of a time loss to be noticeable. So I try to make sure I get that as best as I can. There goes through some platforming here. If you miss that little thing right there, you can just use the wind spell to get up instead. And if you're fast enough, you can get this on the first cycle, which is always nice. Wind spell to get back up there faster. Now this section is a little bit awkward because the wind gust will help kind of bring you back upward. Yeah, kind of like that. I didn't need to use the wind spell there, but I kind of panicked, so I did. But yeah, the wind thing will actually lift you up on its own without any further input from your end. Which makes this section a little more awkward, because you're trying to kind of not get brought upward half the time. Can I get health? I think we're going to checkpoint in. I'll take bombs. I think we do get some free bomb pickups at some point soon anyway, but I'll take those just because they're guaranteed. Dang it. That did not go the way I wanted it to. Alright. So there is a secret area down there. It doesn't actually do anything like functional for the speedrun, so we just skip it. And now we're on fire. That's great. Yeah, being in fire or on fire in this section is the worst because these guys can also do just a lot of damage. Oh, we didn't get a level up off him either. You know what? This is one of those times where I would fully advise taking a safety level up, doing this to recover your health, so you're not really as worried about dying. Because there is definitely a decent leeway for an occasional level up like that here and there. Now, once the health starts costing more than one level up point, that's where it starts getting a little dicey about when you want to do that. But early on, if it's only like the first one, you can easily do that. Oh, I knew that was going to hit me. I couldn't respond in time. Oh, God. Fun enough, that guy actually will chase you into the water. And if you give him the chance, he will reach you, so don't give him that chance. Yeah, anytime you have like a big falling section like this, you want to try to kind of jump into the pit, because there is a little bit of a kind of acceleration time for when you first walk off a ledge, and you can kind of skip that by jumping ahead of time. It saves like a fraction of a second, but yeah, when you're speedrunning, every second counts. Oh god. Yeah, these guys are always awkward because they basically function like thwomps from Mario, and their timing and their trigger points are inconsistent, I feel. Maybe that's just me having skill issues, but that's just kind of how it seems to me. Yeah, this section can be challenging to get through and survive because these things, again, do a decent amount of damage, and if you do go in the wrong section, you will fall into the pit and die. I love how you can actually just use the wind to just jump over that bomb entirely and not have to worry about it. Another one of my favorite little things. That damage is fine. I think we should have a checkpoint soon-ish. Also, if those things actually do land on you by thwomping on you, they do like 3 hearts of damage. So you absolutely want to be careful with those. Yeah, I do recommend getting the health up there if you need it, because there is still some combat section you have to go through. Oh, hey, level up. Let's go. And I think we should have a save point right about here. Okay, so this will end this segment, which then spits you off into the general mechas area. Also, if you're holding right, and I think if you dash when the screen transitions to the screen, there's actually some hidden money up here you can get. It doesn't do anything, it's just a fun little thing I kind of learned when speedrunning this. Alright, so this section is basically one big auto-scroller. You're kind of just trying to go through here as safely as you can, well, by not doing silly things like that. Do not tempt fate. Oh, okay, so you can technically... Yeah, because it's an auto-scroller, I usually try to get some... Yep, and there's the poison. Yeah, I try to get some free kills if I can. That time I kind of failed because I didn't time it correctly. But yeah, if you get him to throw the poison far enough away, you can just, like, uninhibitedly just upstab them to death. You can kind of do the same for these guys, but need to be a little more speedy about it, I'd say. Also, yeah, the rocket launchers will murder you if you're not careful. Kinda like that. Oh, we have so little experience, too. Literally any damage we take would be the end of us. Okay, we survived that. Ah, dang it. Yeah, trying to align against those guys is kind of hard when they move around. Yeah, thankfully at this point we don't really care about the money so much, and since we only had like a little bit of XP, we're kind of fine with that. It's mainly the time loss that comes with deaths from here, which is why I want to be extra careful. Because this is, I'm pretty sure, the longest auto-scroll in the entire game. Okay. Technically, you can actually get in before he has a chance to recognize you. And you can start attacking him from there, but otherwise, yeah, you're kind of better off just forgetting he exists entirely. I usually recommend just going as fast as you can to get under him before he can recognize you. That's usually the simplest way. Hey, got him. Remember, kids, a Durga day keeps the villain away. Truer words have never been spoken. Thank you. There we go. Yeah, this guy I generally don't find worth trying to kill because the fact you really can't do like the pogo, and his attack function is just kind of awkward. If you want to go for him, you can. This guy is better because he doesn't move around, so it's a pretty simple thing for him. Just attack him a few times between the bullet shots. Thank you. I think this is another section where I've been lately like spending up another point on attack, so I can make some of these sections a little bit faster. I think I might just do that here as well, since we're here. We have enough level up points. Yeah, and a cat a day means about 2 gallons of ketchup per hour. That's not how much you're getting, that's how much is being consumed, so keep an eye on your ketchup counts when there's a cat around. Also, fun fact, in these auto-scrollers, even if you fall off the screen, you will not die. You just land on whatever platform is down below you until the camera catches up with you. Now, in the original release of the game, doing that would actually kill you. But then, I forget if somebody made like a comment on it in like the Steam discussion page, or if the dev just realized it himself that was kind of a stupid thing, and they make it so you can just survive at the bottom until the camera gets back to you. And I think this is the longest section right here, where you can just be off-screen and have no consequences. Hello, friend. None of the consequence and all the ketchup. I mean, if you're the cat who's consuming the ketchup, then there's no consequences. But if you're the one who has to provide the ketchup, then, yeah, you're gonna have some expenses on your hands. Yeah, let's pick up some ammo. Why not? Unfortunately, this guy is just plain not killable because of his helmet. And thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me and kind of watching me as I do my best to make a guide, which I've literally never done anything like this before. So hopefully I'm doing at least like halfway decent, like explaining the things and all that kind of stuff. Oh, I will actually pause so I can do that safely. Ah. Thank you for the hydrate. Welcome on in, Eastmids. How you doing tonight? Also, you can reflect these rockets right here. They do absolutely nothing, which makes me really sad. I was hoping they could like destroy the rocket launchers, but no, they just make a cool looking explosion. That's it. Look at all them boops. Doing good. How am I doing? I do have a bit of a headache right now, which is kind of annoying, and the Advil I took is apparently not helping. But otherwise, I'm still having a good heckin' time kind of making this guide and kind of hanging out with all the good beats out there. Yeah, in case you missed the announcement earlier, I'm actually making a basically speedrun guide for how to run this entire game. Kind of going just like one stage at a time, kind of going through my motions, explaining some of the special things I'm doing. Also here, as soon as you see the door, you can press up to enter through it. You don't have to wait for the auto scroller to finish. And I think here we're at one of the bosses, right? Okay, so now that we're at the boss here, we want to get the bombs ready again. We'll be using these immediately. Go through all these. So you want to throw 2 bombs to the pillar on the. It doesn't really matter which one you do first. I just do the one on the left first. Throw 2 there. Throw 1 here. Duck to dodge most of the bullets. Now, when this guy starts throwing cannonballs, you want to reflect 1 back, and that'll take care of those 2 immediately. Then you want to fire bullets up at this guy. You can get about 2 in per cycle. And this is where all the damage upgrades come in for the most part. And you do want to try to avoid the bombs because they can still get you with their hitbox. Which, it's kind of unfortunate and inconsistent. Yeah, stuff like that. Then yeah, at this point you just keep firing bullets at him. Eventually you'll take him out with basically all of your ammunition. That is the speed strat for that boss. Throw bombs to the left and right, reflect a cannonball on the last one, and then just kind of bullet wherever you can. I return those hugs with voice hugs. Hug. Then we get to this little bit right here where literally all we have to do is move right a little bit and press up to progress the game further. I don't know if dashing for this part is any faster or not. I just do that because it kind of feels faster. The power of cold, which is not very helpful, unfortunately. Even in like the vanilla game, it's not that useful. Actually, no, it is good for one of the sub-bosses later on. So yeah, once we get that, we unlock the Father's Fury, which is really what it's called. So this ability is what we can use to basically become invincible for a certain amount of time and be able to just fly around the screen freely. I'm sure there's probably some sections I could use this to make things like a little bit faster or more consistent, but I haven't really focused on getting that part of the run figured out yet. Mostly I've just been using these as ways to either just make certain boss fights safer or to try to get some like free damage in without having to care about like dodging projectiles or anything like that. And that, so yeah, so we use this a couple well, I'm trying to use it more often in the run. There's a couple points where I do it kind of fairly regularly. Although one of them I'm not fully sure if it's actually that helpful or not, because when, well, I'll get to that point when we get to that part of the run, which is literally like the final fight of the run. But yeah, so you get all these little things here, and this is all the purple gems we've been collecting. Alright, so once you get all those things set up, that is going to be the end of basically this section. And then I will see you in the next video for the next segment. So I'll see you in the next video.